Okay, so if I'm doing this right, I will be recording now. So, this is the very first ever Let's Play I've been doing. I have no idea what my audio quality is like, because I don't have a good microphone. But I thought I would try Risk of Rain. So let's choose a character. You know what, I'll start with the Commando. He's the very first character you unlock. I might as well. So he's got cool abilities. Hopefully I remember what they do. I haven't played the Commando in a while. I'm sure if you're a player of Risk of Rain, you know I'm using, I don't know if they're cheats exactly, but they're artifacts to alter the properties of the game. For this one, I've shut off boss monsters, because they're a hassle. And instead, only one type of enemy will appear on the stage. So it looks like it's going to be these, well, I mean, you'll see in a minute. These guys. Who are very dangerous, I should point out. Especially to this character. So I'm going to have to find some better way of dealing with them than just stand there and get shot. Hopefully I can find some money and start buying some of these chests, which will have equipment in them that may or may not be helpful. I have a different cheat on artifact, I guess, that lets me choose which item I want to get in the chest. But as you can see, these guys can still hit me because I stand very far away. I don't believe there are any items that I can get right now that would extend my range enough to make them easy. Tell you what, let's take a look. Alright, nice selection of items, so I'm gonna go with this firework here. So with the firework, every time I open a container, it's a bunch of fireworks. Shoot out, find the nearest enemy, and blast them. Oh really? It's the sword? Okay. Just like that. I will probably not survive this. Considering that's my only dodge ability. Okay, so there are now 3 of these guys. We're gonna have to cheese it a little bit. Wait for them to attack. Run! Don't do that. Do that. Yeah, so this game is not what I call easy by design. That's part of what makes it fun. You get to test yourself against a bunch of very, very powerful enemies. Maybe not powerful so much as inconvenient. And die. You die a lot. It's a roguelike game, so, you know, you expect that if you played them before. If you haven't played them before, it's very smart. Normal video games are much more easy than roguelikes. Again, roguelikes are designed to be like that, and I've died. Maybe next time. So, let's try again. The same Wisp enemies. What do you know? Different level, same enemies. Let's see what happens. I probably won't make it all the way through this game on this playthrough, but that's fine. I just want to record something. I've never done Let's Plays before, but I've always wanted to try my hand at them, and I figure Well, I mean, you gotta start somewhere, so I figured a game that I've played quite a bit of would be a good choice. Since I think I know what I'm doing. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm actually terrible at it now. All those unlocked characters, times I've beaten the game are just dumb luck, which I mean, definitely is part of a roguelike. It's part of the roguelike experience. It's just getting ridiculously lucky. That's not ridiculously lucky. That is... Time to run away. Okay, I'm dead again. Swifts, man, killed me. Alright. Okay, new enemy. The jellyfish. I might be able to handle the jellyfish. The jellyfish enemies are not quite as bad as those guys, but they are going to show up in greater numbers. And as you can see, they fly and will follow me all over the stage until I kill them. So, once I find the teleporter and activate it, more of them are going to start spawning in far, far greater numbers than those wisps do. Which I guess is, you know, a small blessing. They don't have to fight an army of wisps every time. But these jellyfish are no joke. They do damage just by contact, essentially. And with the numbers they appear in, and the fact that they do that, they're not easy to deal with. Sometimes. Depends on the character. With this guy, they're not fun. With the Enforcer, who's like in riot gear, so he has a shield. He can park himself somewhere with his back to a wall, and any damage that comes in from the front is blocked by his awesome riot shield, which is apparently indestructible. If anyone actually watches this and wants to see that, I'll definitely record playing the Enforcer and dying horribly. I haven't beaten the Enforcer. The final boss is a nightmare with the Enforcer. Although really, he's just a nightmare in general, it's just that, you know, he's worse with the Enforcer. I'm sure there's a way to beat the final boss with the Enforcer. I just have not put in the time. I'm playing other games. I originally intended to record like a Let's Play of SteamWorld Dig 2, which has come out recently, as of this recording, and I haven't seen a whole lot for, so I thought it would be fun to do something. I mean, obviously, a channel with no real content on it isn't going to be a whole lot of press for SteamWorld Dig 2, but I do like the game. I would like it to do well. I'm probably not. I don't see there being other SteamWorld Dig games happening, but, you know, it could. There could be other SteamWorld Dig games. I have not played SteamWorld Heist, but from what I understand, it's set in the same universe, so there's definitely room to continue. Even if things are different. There would have to be new characters, though, and sometimes people don't like that. This is always the exciting part. Once you've killed everything, you gotta walk all the way back to the teleporter, fire that thing up, and move on to the next level. In general, when you're playing this game, if you're using a ranged character, you probably want to pick up stuff that heals you. Because when your enemies get close, it's like... Actually, you probably just want healing in general, considering just how crazy this thing gets. One of the, I guess my favorite character, you may not be the best, but my favorite character is actually a robot chef type guy. Who I beat the game with on my first try. He is something else. You can shoot out cleavers in all directions. You can put oil in the enemies, which makes them stun. Oh, lovely. My enemy this time is those weird lizard men. Or mushroom guys, or whatever they are. I'm not exactly sure what those things are. You can see up in the upper right hand corner, right where it says the time, how long I've been playing, and then difficulty, which is still at easy. Right below that, it shows the only enemy that's going to appear in this level. It's I'm sure there's a name. I know there is, I just don't know what it is. Like I said, I haven't played this in a while. But, yeah, they look like weird salamander dudes to me. Favorite enemy is probably the initial lizard people, because they're so difficult. And, I'm lying, they're easy. They don't really have any attack, but run up and bite you in the face, which makes them very easy to deal with. If you're the enforcer, again, you're basically untouchable. As long as you keep moving and you can stay out of melee range, fine. They can't really do anything. But they do appear in very large numbers, like sand people. They'll be back. Here's their numbers. That was terrible. I apologize. I'm really no good at accents. And yet I continue to do them for some reason. I believe the only accent I can properly manage is redneck. I don't need that redneck accent. I'm sure this is so terrible. No one's gonna watch this. This goofy thing I'm doing. You're all gonna turn it off. And I really wouldn't. I wouldn't want to listen to me talk either. Only 5 enemies remaining. Okay. I'm not even really sure why these guys don't spawn in greater numbers. The red one, yeah. So each item has its own effect. The red whip, you may have seen the description as I got it. It lets you move faster outside of it. It's like 40% faster, which is very useful because your characters move very, very slow when you're not equipped with red whip. It's almost unbearable sometimes, just how slow they are. And this guy is not even the slowest. I think again it's the Enforcer. I played the Enforcer, I wouldn't say a lot, but I played him a fair number of times trying to beat this thing with it. But it always comes down to the fact that the last boss moves around a lot, and the Enforcer, by its very nature, you have to find somewhere, park the character, shoot everything that comes in front of him, and just hope all the enemies walk in front of you. But they're usually not that obliging. Usually what happens is what I do is, when I hit the teleporter and all the enemies start spawning, I go find a corner, like over by that wall or something. And then shoot everything that walks in front of me, and then when all of that is dead, and it's just you and whatever stragglers spawned elsewhere, and you have to go hunt them down, it just takes a while. It's definitely a good idea for a character. It's very unusual. Most of the other characters in this game are the kind that like this guy, the Commando. You run around, you shoot stuff, and most of them are like variations on run around and shoot stuff. There's a bandit, outlaw guy, who's very good at causing extra damage with headshot. I think that's his ability, headshot. I don't remember. He has some ability that lets him inflict just a ton of extra damage. He was very simple to play. I finished the game, no problem with it. There's also a sniper who also does massive damage, but does not really have any ability to deal with crowds, which, as I'm sure you can see, is a problem. So you have to, as the sniper, you have to take out one enemy, run away, reload, take out another enemy, to defeat. Which is not an ideal strategy because if you look up in the right-hand corner, that little gauge that's going up, that's the difficulty. So it goes up over time. Enemies get stronger, there are more of them. That's what it is. Do it. I don't know how much I'll be able to edit out of that, but I had to just pop off for a minute. I'm sure it's fine. Oh no, Snowlums! Still haven't picked up the fireworks. Forgot. Yeah. So, oh, my turret died. Yeah, as you can probably tell, the turrets have health. Which makes them, not terribly useful in some situations. Melee characters. That's about your only option for dealing with enemies you don't want to get up close to, but at the same time, when you do have to get up close to enemies, which you will, since you're well built, the turrets, flying robot drones or whatever, they die. They die quickly and painfully. There is a gadget. If you look down at where my health bar is and those 4 icons that represent my abilities and the recharge times, that 5th slot, the one that says use, you can pick up usable items. They're not one use, they recharge, but some of them have such long recharge times that you basically can only use them once per level. Like there's one of my favorites is a stopwatch that stops time for, I don't remember, I think it's about 7 seconds. But it's very useful. There is a radio that summons some drones to fight for you temporarily, which is very good. Because you can always get more drones. There is... what was the other one? There's I think it's a toolbox that will repair any drones you have. Although if they've already gone down, it's too late. You can't do anything. Because then you just have to pay money to repair them. I don't know how that works, but it does. So, apparently these drones are fixed by money. Maybe the money is just their parts. Who knows? But the other usable items, you can call in a missile strike, which is actually just missiles spawning from your character, shooting towards the nearest enemies. Like that, but imagine about 12 of them. There's a lantern that you set down, and enemies can't enter that area, or won't enter that area, I suppose. Something of that nature. There is... I'm trying to think. Mines. There are all kinds of things. I just don't use them very often because, like with everything else, they spawn through these chests. And, lo and behold, it is not an item usable item spawn. So I'm gonna go with... I honestly don't remember what most of these do. I'll go with these handguns. Okay. They slow down enemies when you attack them. That's useful. It would be more useful if he wasn't just standing there like a Snowlem. Snowdem. However you want to pronounce that. Okay, let's try it in these guys. Yeah, see? They're slow. Of course, I'm on such a small platform. It barely matters, but, you know. You have to take what you can get. That's really the theme of roguelike. Just take what you can get. Every step counts. I guess. In this case, this is really not a fun issue. The slowdown thing will probably be more useful later. Actually, I don't know if it works on the final boss, but if it does, it will be very useful to stay because he's fast. And he teleports around, does all kinds of stuff. When you're playing this game, you kind of have to, if you're playing it for the first time, obviously you don't know. But once you get to the final boss, you will, at least in my experience, start preparing yourself for him by taking objects that are not necessarily ideal for fighting normal enemies, but will be very useful against him. Like the drone repair kit. You can pick up a lot of drones and level it before you fight it. I usually do, but your drones will get destroyed if you don't have that. Usually you do, because it's hard to keep an eye on all your drones if you have 6 or 7 of them floating around. That's one of the better ways to fight the final boss, I've found, is just have a bunch of drones, run away from him, and let the drones shoot. It's not ideal, and it only really works if you have the drone repair kit or a lot of money. But it is a strategy, and really, at least she's a good strategy. The ideal strategy would be some way to slow him down, stop him from using his fancy teleporting. Maybe a better drone to fight him, an armored drone or something. I don't think you can give the drones armor. I know you can give them additional weaponry. I don't think armor is a factor for the drones. Maybe some kind of repair over time function. I think they might already have that. I'm not sure. The game doesn't give you a whole lot of information about how all this works by design. Again, that's part of roguelike elements, which is sometimes it can be frustrating. It's not bad to withhold information from players, I think. It's more you have to do it well, or else the players will just get frustrated and not want to play. Like, I didn't show you, but this game has a cutscene before the whole gameplay show starts of a ship crashing on this weird planet, whatever this planet is. You know, when I played it, I assumed, well, that's where my character came from. Okay, we crashed on this strange planet, launched out of the escape pod, and we're trying to get back to the ship. That's good enough. I mean, obviously there are more questions than that. Like, what were all those characters doing in the same escape pod? All the characters you can play are, I guess, in the same escape pod. That's how it looks through the character selection menu. May not be the case. They may all be in their own escape pod. But there are, like, I would say a few other questions. How do they know how to work the teleporters? What the hell's going on with all these weird monsters? What planet is this? What were they doing here? The basics. But it really doesn't matter. Even if you knew those answers, they would have no effect on gameplay. So, there's really no downside to not including them, except that some people, like me, want to know. Even then, I don't mind not knowing. It's the sort of thing you can live with. Whoa, guys. No, stop that. That's really annoying. Alright. maybe like, I don't know, a comic or something to explain it, but even if they don't, that's fine. Actually, what I'm really curious about is the nature of the final boss. I doubt we'll get to see it on this run because I don't make it very often to the final boss unless I'm playing the Robot Chef. The Robot Chef is just a fantastic character. I think I've also made it to the final boss, but not beaten him with the Enforcer and maybe a couple other characters. I've definitely finished a few times, but mostly I remember the Robot Chef because how do you forget Robot Chef? It's crazy. Oh no! Almost killed myself there. I should get the jetpack next time I open an item box. That would really help me not do that again. But the final boss is very interesting. I've turned off bosses for this game because I just don't like dealing with them. But if I do this again, I'll probably turn them back on. So if a theoretical audience that ever watches this wants to see them, they can see me fight final bosses and just run away constantly. Some of the final bosses are just like a giant magma worm, there's a giant wisp, there's a giant imp. Imps are an enemy that may or may not show up in this game, but they are, I would qualify as very annoying. They're melee attackers. They constantly teleport to you. So if you try to play ranged, it's very difficult. If you're trying to play melee, it's very difficult. They are just annoying as hell. And the Imp Prime, or Mega Imp, or whatever you want to call him, he does the same thing, except he has, you know, more cool attacks, big fireballs and stuff. But you can. He is beatable. The imps, in general, I think don't have a lot of health, is the thing. So they're very annoying to deal with, but they're not hard to deal with. Oh good, bulls. Yeah, so the enemies that'll be, okay, oh they're already here. Yeah, they're bulls. They charge towards you, that's their only attack is like that. They can also teleport short distances, which is fun. So if you're, I guess the idea is, if you try to stand in front of them and shoot them, they will just attack you. And since most of the characters are ranged, or is it most? Maybe about half the characters are ranged, we'll say. They're difficult. There we go. Okay. I need to go find the teleporter, otherwise I'm just going to be stuck here doing these guys honestly. Oh no! Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was very... Well, that wasn't as much falling damage as I expected. But it's still not great. Okay. So he's not up there. Okay, teleporter could be over here. Could also be in that upper area. There are... Ah, there it is. Yeah, there aren't just like 4 or 5 places that the teleporters appear. They just appear randomly somewhere on the stage. There are a number of variations of the stages. Pardon me. Need some water. Anyway, each stage has 2, maybe 3 variations. If you look down in the left-hand corner above where it counts what I think are frames per second, this little box you can see in that wall. If I was playing a different character, I could trigger that box, but I can't use it. I don't have the right kind of weapon to use that. Something big and explodey, or with a lot of reach. But if you trigger all of them, you can get one of the artifacts, one of the things that alters gameplay, like I'm using. I do not remember which one. I think I already have it. So even if I could trigger them, I would be able to play, but it wouldn't do it. But the artifact, they show up in the artifacts, I should say, show up in various levels. Sometimes, like the variations. Again, I don't think they show up in the default. No, there is one in the default, like, sand plains area. Again, I don't remember which artifact is which. I don't know if I've collected... Oh, I died. I don't know if I've collected all of the artifacts. But they do, you know, different stuff. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back to main menu. Alright, start single player. So these are all the characters. I have them all. I have all of them unlocked because I'm that good. You have this commando range character. He's the one you start with. He's pretty good. The enforcer, shield guy. Main gimmick is, you know, parking himself somewhere. I'm not gonna go through all of these. There's a good amount of variety in this item. The miner, melee attack, sniper, as a good monster. The chef, here he is. Okay, so artifacts. Yeah, I'm missing. Looks like 3. So this will be just a straight play with the robot chef, bosses and everything. So let's give it a try. Random items. I have no idea how this is going to work with random items, but let's show you some of the robot chef's attacks. So he has this chopper. It's very fun. He can shoot a guy to flame because he has an oven in his chest. Why not? Cover your enemies with oil. And actually, if you do this, it does more damage. So he also has a 4th ability. That serves to enhance whatever attack you make after that. So, his enhance ability, you know, the fire gets hotter, the oil is, I guess, dazes them for longer, something like that. And you can, you know, shoot out 9 choppers instead of 1, because why not? Why would you not want 9 choppers? Just like that. It's very cool. The robot chef is my favorite. Because, I mean, oh, right, boss. Yeah. There's a robot chef. I mean, what more do you want? I love robots. Robots are great. Probably part of the reason I like the SteamWorld Dig game so much. Love robots. Yeah, as long as they're not the Terminator or something. I've always liked Isaac Asimov stories. I didn't grow up with them or anything, but yeah, I started reading them when I was in high school. I always thought it was very interesting the way he wrote robots as not just the, oh, we're gonna destroy humanity because we can type monsters, but gave them actual logical reasons to be doing the things they're doing. Even if the things they're doing don't make sense. The conflict between the 3 rules of robotics. I always found very interesting. A lot of people reference the 3 laws without. They reference them like they're the absolute. Like it makes the robot perfect without realizing that Asimov designed them and then proved how crap they were. That they would not be able to stop robots from acting. I remember one of the stories. I read this big collection of Isaac Asimov stuff called I, Robot, no relation to that terrible movie. And it was full of some of his best robot stories. One of my favorites was there was a robot on, I think it was Venus. There was an outpost on Venus. They were collecting resources or something. And there were 2 humans and the robot had just gone crazy. And it wasn't attacking them. It was just wandering around. Running around, actually. Doing just insane things. Not following orders. And it was a short story, so it took them maybe 20 pages at most to figure out what had happened. But what had happened was that the robot was ordered to, I think it was inspect some kind of pool of liquid mercury, but it determined that doing so would destroy it. which caused a conflict between the one rule that it had to preserve itself, but it also had to follow orders. And so it went crazy and just started doing the goofiest things. The way they eventually resolved it was the one of the scientist guys, I guess, they were scientists. They were astronauts. Let's say astronauts. One of the astronauts decided to put himself close to the pool, which put him in danger, thus resolving the conflict with the robot, because the other law of robotics was protect all humans. So that was a very interesting way to resolve that conflict. If it was an action movie today, it would be like, that robot's not doing what we say, let's blow it up. With this rocket launcher that we brought to Venus. And then there would be exciting Terminator action style sequences. With the robot attacking the Venus base. You need a lot of extras for that movie, though. There would be a lot of people on Venus for it to be exciting. Okay, good. Increases my stealth by 8%. I don't feel that the works of Isaac Asimov were particularly good for movie the difficulty went up. For movie adaptation, because, well, I mean, a lot of it's just not thrilling, not Hollywood exciting. Most of them tend to be about, how is this robot malfunctioning and why? Let's ask it questions. Ooh, the snow globe. That's another usable item. And then we'll figure out what went wrong with the 3 laws of robotics. Whereas if it's a Hollywood movie, you want it to be very explodey, very boom! This robot's trying to destroy humanity. Let's blow its fucking head off. Which is another thing that's always bothered me about movie robots. You destroy their head and the robots, you know, that would be, just be silly. If I was designing a robot, I would never put anything vital in its head, except maybe optical sensors. Eyes. I'd probably sound like an idiot to anyone who knows shit about robotics. It's probably completely obvious. You never put the vital systems on its head. Put them in its chest, protected by, like, I don't know, 4 inches of titanium or something. So what does this do? Q. Place a marble gate, teleport back to... I'd rather have this not. But yeah. Robots. Robots are cool. Although the robot chef does remind me a little of Futurama. Because Bender always wanted to be a chef, even though he had no taste buds. I'm always thinking about that episode while I'm playing as the robot chef. Just wanting him to cook a meal and serve it to a guy. Cook up some monsters for dinner. That could be his tagline. Robot chef, cook up some monsters. Okay, where is the teleporter this time? Can't start the fun until we find the teleporter. Where is it? If anyone is still listening to me at this point, I'd be very surprised. Aha, there we go. Okay, so what's my boss for this one? Oh, it's you again. Oh, wait. Yeah, you will get the same boss spawning in this game. Different level. Not all the time, but I would say fairly often. I think the other boss for this level is the Giant Wisp. The Lord Wisp. Or something like that. And then there's another one. It's like a big ghost thing, maybe? I may be thinking of it. Yeah. But I think there was another monster. One of the other bosses is a giant jellyfish. It's like one of these guys. massive and not what I would consider terribly good. Because like those jellyfish, it does not move very quickly. I mean, even as I say that, I have been killed by jellyfish. These things do happen sometimes. You get cornered by giant jellyfish and they just electrify you to death, I suppose. It could be poisonous, I guess. You know, that would make any sense for a robot to be poisoned to death by a giant jellyfish. Oh, I'm running low on health. I should get out of here. Let's see. I've got enough money to buy some items. Let's go buy some items. Okay, what do I want? Paul's go-to. Sorry, Paul. I need your go-to. Voodoo doll. What does this do? Harm yourself instantly kill an enemy. No, I don't think. I prefer the snow globe. My favorite usable item is not the snow globe. It's stopwatch, probably. Depending on the character, but the stopwatch is very good. Having 7 seconds to do whatever you feel like. That's a good item. That's a rare. So there are 3. I probably should have explained this earlier. There are 3 item rarities. There's the white items. The white chests, I suppose. White chest items are the weakest. They're not useless or anything. They just don't have very power. I just like the go-to. Makes you slightly faster. There's a piggy bank that gradually fills up with money, which is actually very useful. That's just not immediately powerful. There's a chunk of meat that causes your enemies to jerk chunks of meat when you attack them. That restores some of your health when you eat these chunks of mystery meat. I believe the object is even called mystery meat. There's the ginger root, which I have on this robot that somehow, oh, another good item, somehow increased his health despite the fact that he's a robot. Excuse me, it's called bitter root, but I think it's ginger. Ginger is supposed to be very good for your health or something. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not an herbalist. What do I know? It's a little silly for a robot to be eating ginger in the first place, but I mean, if he's a robot chef, maybe he has some taste buds or flavor processing unit, perhaps. So he can also eat mystery meat, apparently, and somehow gain a benefit from that. I don't know. Maybe it's magic. There are weird golem things here. There could be magic involved. Who knows? But you'll notice that green circle around my character. That is a parasitic worm type item. It's right next to the goat down there in the lower left-hand corner. So when enemies get into melee range with me, I believe is how it works, it transfers to them and drains their health. Alright, I am back. Again. Yeah, I live with people, and occasionally they need me to do things. Like take out their garbage. Oh, right, yeah. I hate these little robots. So, that's what happened. I had to take out the garbage. It happens. That is one of the conditions I would like to alleviate in the future, but might not be possible. I would love to make enough money through whatever I'm doing here to live on my own, have my own place, probably a better microphone. maybe better computer. This computer is not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's definitely not a gaming PC. I got it for about $600 on sale. It's an all-in-one, so it does have a limited lifespan because all-in-one computers like laptops you can't replace anything on. I say that you can replace things on laptops, some things. All-in-ones you can probably replace some things on too, but I would guess not a lot. I don't even know if I can get this thing open. If I had to replace the video card or I want to upgrade or something. Okay, so here's one of the bosses I was forgetting. The Colossus. He does not teleport. Which is good news. The bad news is, I'm gonna have to fight him right where he was. Other good news though, he's not that tough to deal with. He does a lot of damage, but he does not have any ranged attacks. His only real attacks are that clap you just saw, and to summon more golems. He's, I guess, the golem father? Golem daddy? Golem daddy. I'm gonna call him Golem daddy. So, I don't know where that came from. He is probably the easiest boss to deal with. The Magma Worm is challenging, depending on what character you're playing again, because this guy makes, the robot chef makes it easy because the Magma Worm does move a lot, but with the ability to shoot out cleavers in 9 directions, you can inflict a lot of damage on the Magma Worm at once. With a normal character, or a melee character, it's much more difficult because Magma Worm doesn't take your shit. He moves on, keeps on trucking, goes on with his life. No, the Magma Worm will just jump out of the ground at random spots, usually right in front of you. And you have a limited time to attack him before he comes back down and, I guess, crushes you. Prison shackles. Nice. I had a crazy old difficulty with the Magma Worm when I first started playing because I couldn't figure out the best way to attack it. I wanted to kill it quickly, but with a character like the Commando, I was going to say Commander, that's wrong. The Commando, you have to wait for the Magma Worm to come up from beneath the earth, then attack him, and just rinse and repeat. A dozen or so times. It depends on whether or not you're being surrounded by enemies, really. Because if you've killed everything else, and you're free to do what you want, as far as moving around, you can basically park yourself somewhere. On a ledge or a platform or something. Just roll out of the way when he shows up, shoot him, roll out of the way when he comes down, and repeat. I don't think the Commando has great damage abilities for that, but some characters do. Sniper, as I said before, his focus is on dealing damage to a single enemy. So he is great for fighting bosses, and he does not have to get all that close to them. He does have to get somewhat close to them. Because if he had actual sniper rifle range up, in this game no one would play him against. He would shoot people from across the map. And that would take all the fun out of it. So his range is fairly limited. Oh, I died. Try playing on Chisel. Oh my. Killed by a Snorlax. I think that's where I'll stop for now. If anyone watches this silliness I've done, I might record more, I might do another game. I mean, I'll definitely record more, even if people don't watch. But I probably will not record more for Snoop Rain if no one watches this. So, I guess I'll just have to see how that goes. Bye.